Hello, welcome to Mart's Garage. I haven't done anything on the 100E for a couple of days because I've been having to do some work on my daily driver for the MOT. I've had to put track rod ends on it. I've still got the tracking gauges around, so I need to tidy up. But I wanted to do a job on the 100E. I got all the lights working, but one of the things that doesn't work very well is the dip switch. It isn't the correct one. I did order one that came in, and again it wasn't the correct one, but I got in touch with the owners club and they said they could supply a good used one. So here is a used sorry for my scruffy jacket, it's rather cold today. So here is a used dip switch, and I'm going to take off the one that's on the car and fit this one in its place. That says bat, but it isn't battery. It's that'll be the feed from the light switch, and then one of these will go to the main and one will go to the dip. So it should be quite, I'm not going to say it should be quite simple, but there shouldn't be any reason why it should be too difficult. Screw type connections. Okay, so let's have a look at the switch in the car, and then we'll look down there where it's fitted. There's the switch in the car. It isn't the right type and it doesn't work very well. I did try to undo those screws, but what I found was that they're quite long and they've got nuts on the back, so they would just started turning round. Now that doesn't have the right connections, so I'll show you what somebody did years ago. So here you can see the car's harness. Now on the end of there, I imagine there are 3 connectors that ought to fit onto that dip switch. So what somebody appears to have done is made 3 little jump wires that go from there into that dip switch, and you can see the long screws sticking through. So what I think I'm going to do to make it simple for me is reach down there and snip straight through the 3 wires that go through the floor. That will free these up. I can bring them up here where I've got better access, up here somewhere, and deal with getting all the tape off, and I imagine there's nuts and bolts on there as well. Okay, so let's start having a look at that then, see if I can get this new switch installed. Okay, back in a little bit then. Hello, I put my little light there and I've reached down there and snipped the 3 wires. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to undo those screws, but hey. And there are my 3 things that I need to deal with. And you can see that very old cloth tape there, look. So I'll try and get those undone, and like I say, I imagine there's nuts and bolts there, so I'll go try and get those undone as well. If this is just a slotted screw, there's no chance of it coming undone. And you can't go too mad with heat, can you? Because you don't want to melt the plastic, you know, the insulation. then there's a tab. There's the tab. So there's my wire. Gotta get this. Oh God, look at it. How's that going to come undone? I have to say that the wiring on this car has survived very well. For instance, my Thunderbird, which is actually newer than this, I had to replace all the wires. All the wires had deteriorated, but these are all very good. Yeah, obviously good quality plastics were used. Having said about the quality of the wires, you know, you don't really want to go pulling them around and mauling them around here and twisting them all over the place. I have disconnected the battery, by the way, just, you know, because there's wires and stuff. Work, is it? I think it's actually come loose. Well, there you go, there's one of them off. The difficulty is coming in with tools, you see, because it's still attached to the harness. Let's try a slightly different tack on this one. I'll grind the thing off the bolt, which will put some heat into it as well. If it had been a little hex-headed bolt, I'd have had more of a chance. Why is it the simplest little things are the most awkward? Oh, I haven't carved through that bloody thing. Cut it a bit, but no, it's okay. Still structurally sound. That's 2 out of 3. Okay. When you're doing a job that, you know, you ain't sort of getting under the car, getting up, getting up and down and pumping the jack and welding spanners, it's easy to get cold when it ain't very warm. Hence this disgusting old jacket. This is the one with the 3 wires on it, the main beam one. You know, you'd have to say it was quite a decent job because it's lasted all these years. Okay. I don't think I'll bother grinding that bit off. I think I'll just do it like I just did the last one. Just grind the head of the screw off. Because the other connector is this side, you see, so I've got the other connector as a buffer. There we are, perfect, look at that, not even touched it. It's good, isn't it? Okay, that's the easiest way, just grind the head of the screw off. Right, okay, good. So there are my 3 things now, which can be connected to the new switch, except I've got to take the old switch off. You can see the 2 screws. I can't really get the grinder down there. I'm not going to try and undo them, it's just a waste of time trying to wind a rusty nut off that much thread. So what I'm going to do is just, well, let's have a look inside. I think what I'm going to do is get a grinder and just put a flat on the screws and then try and drill the screws. Maybe. Yeah. I might have a job drilling them actually because of the distance between the screw and the... I mean, I've got no massive desire to try and save this. Let me see if I can get a drill onto it. It's hard to get a drill to start on centre though, as you saw. Yeah, let me have a think about it and I'll see what I can do. Okay, back in a bit. I decided to see if I can just get down there with a grinder. At least take the ends of the bolts off. And then I might come in with the little belt sander thing and try and take the nuts off. I've taken off the starter lead because, you know, it was in this area here. So let's see if I can get down there with a grinder. No, I can't get in. I've knackered the camera up as well. No. I can't get the grinder in and see what I'm doing. So let's have a think. I'll get my belt sander. I think that should have done it. Let's see if it'll come out. Oh, look at that. Wow, out it came. That's good, isn't it? I think them are the original holes there. I would have thought they would have been above and below. Maybe not. Okay. So if I can attach the wires to the switch and then offer the switch into the hole, hopefully then I can put a screw down into the switch from here. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Okay, I'll go and see if I can do that then. Okay, here's the dip switch. I've got an idea there, 1/4 inch, those things, coarse thread, you know, 1/4 UNC. Let me try a couple of screws. I just offered it in, and the only way it seems to want to go in is up that way, which is kind of the opposite way of what I would have liked to have fitted it, because you think that if water's coming down it's going to not go into it if it's coming down from this side, but if it's up that way, well, it only goes that way. No, I think that's the right way, and it can only go with these things sticking up because it touches on the gearbox otherwise. So that is the main feed, that's one and that's the other. These don't matter. Right, let's connect it up at least. Right, that's going to be like that then, so naturally you say that one there, wouldn't you, and that one there. Okay. I just went on the wire wheel and cleaned these things up. Okay, I think that will do. I think I might have been off the screen for a bit of that, but I've got the 3 wires on there. Oh, that one's not in right, is it? I think it was easier to do them up here than it would have been to try and do them down there in situ. You know, I think it was easier to put the switch in after. Oh, having said that, so that should go down there now, poke up through the hole which is there, and I should be able to get a couple of screws in there now, hopefully, if it'll just sit there. I can grab it from the inside and bring it into the car. I'll see if I got any... I can't think what screws I might have. But I have got some screws here. And I'll just use these for now. These are the shortest ones I've got, so let's put a washer on them so I can grab that. It does line up with the holes. I think it should have a gasket on it. I'm not going to bother with that though, I don't think. I don't think a lot of water would be splashing around there. I've got the one screw in. Nice. Okay. Okay, so the question is, does it work? Tell you what, let's kill the lights on the camera. Okay, right, so put the lights on. Oh, I've disconnected the battery, haven't I? Okay. So let's see if this switch works. I've got the lights turned on. I'll try and get the main beam light. Now that says that's main beam, so the orientation of the light shouldn't have changed. There, dip. And can I just say that the feel of that switch, which you can't see because, hang on, I'll put the light on. And can I just say the feel of this switch is 10 times better. Really feels good. Okay, that's great. So thanks very much, Ford Sidevalve Owners Club spares guy Neil. That switch is great. Thanks very much. And that's not main beam, and that is main beam. Main beam, dip. Again, get the beam thing on. Dip, main, dip, main. Okay, dip. Let's turn them off and call it good. Good little job that. I'm going to come out later and do some tidying up, but for now, that's going to have to do. Okay, thanks for joining me in the garage then. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then, bye. Hello, welcome to Mart's garage. Got a couple of things I wanted to show you. ...2024 calendar from Ken Hay Photography. This a package arrived the other day, completely out of the blue, from Australia, all the way from Australia. And in it is this nice calendar. Now, Ken, who produced this calendar, is a viewer, and he thought I might like a calendar showing some typical Australian scenes. It's very kind of him. This will hang up in the house and we can mark our appointments on it and things like that. Beautiful photos. So, and there's a message on the back, near the back somewhere, here. Hi Mart, I'm one of your subscribers on YouTube, Ken. I have loved your 100E series and other content. I live in Tea Gardens, New South Wales, Australia, where I retired to 10 years ago from Sydney. I am a keen bird photographer and I travel around country, New South Wales and Queensland on a regular basis. I thought you might like a copy of my 2024 calendar of birds. I have a Facebook photography page, Ken Hay Photography. Please enjoy and keep up the good work. Regards, Ken Hay. So there you are, Ken Hay Photography on Facebook. So look him up, say hello, tell him Mart sent you. So thanks very much, Ken. Appreciate it. That's very good of you to send that. So there we are. Thanks very much, Ken. That's fantastic. Another viewer got in touch. I won't show the front with my address, but there is another package that arrived. He contacted me. Andrew Fayer, his name is. You've seen him comment. You'll see his comments. And he contacted me through Facebook, and he sent me this. How's that then? And that, just zoom out a little bit, can go there. So how cool is that? It's nice, isn't it? Thanks very much, Andrew. I appreciate it. It's nice. It's got a little bit of, you know, patination to it, but that's all right. It fits the look of the car, doesn't it? And it still has its little tangs in place. So I don't know what you have to do to get that to fit, but I'll have a look at fitting that. I can see that typeface is slightly different on there, but you know, I'm not going to complain. But yeah, I'll see if I can get that to fit. It does look like that needs to be a round hole though there. That's a round hole. That one is a round hole, so that would go in. I don't know what you have to... I think it has some little clips that go in. I might have to file these a little bit more round to get them to poke into there. So anyway, there we are, Anglia. Thanks very much, Andrew. That's very good of you, very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. I'll try prising that off and see if we can get this to poke in there. Oh. There's the old one. It might be that they went from that round thing to a rectangular one for more strength. The remnants of the pin are in those two, and I think the little clip that presses in there to take the thing has come out. I wonder if I can tap it through with this screw. I'm just going to file the inside edge of this one a little bit. See if I can get it to poke in a bit better. Back in a sec. Okay. I'm a little bit worried that it might be a bit loose. Or maybe it's not actually. Let me get a little mallet. bit worried that it's not very well attached. Certainly not there. Okay. Might just try it with a little bit of super glue on it. Get ready to call the fire brigade, you know. Man glues himself to car. Get it in and hold it. Oh. Get it in and hold it. Sure, that'll stop it falling off. It's good, isn't it? Like it. I don't know when they would have changed the script from the blocky one to the more angular one. the angular anglia. Okay, right, there you go. So there we are. A nice badge to the front. It looks better, and a nice calendar. So thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Ken. There we go. Another little step upwards for the car there with the badge, and a nice little thing for the house there from Ken. So thanks guys, and thanks everybody for watching and subscribing. All the best for the new year. Cheers then. Bye.